Hello folks, welcome to Legacy IAS. In today's video, we'll be looking into the society and economy of your Satavahanas. Alright, let's get into the video. Now, see, your society and economy is very interlinked. Okay, as in for what we tell this? Your societal conditions is directly dependent also on your economic conditions. The same is true for the vice versa also. How exactly do we mean by that? See, how was the society at large? Now when I say how was the society at large, now society means comprises of your king, right, ministers, bureaucrats, that forms the administration, right. Now the people such as the village, city, a congregation or cluster of villages, a congregation or cluster of cities, how their life was, how the trade was going on, what occupation were they following. Now we said society means it involves both city as well as cities, village as well as a group of villages. Yes. Now when we take with city and village, even though that is true even for your contemporary society also, right? City is different, village is different, not just in economical means but also in the way of life, right? How was the way of life different? Alright, people from different walks come in looking for what? Economy. Yes, there is a different version of economic generation in a city compared to a village. Yes, so when a different set of people come in to live, produce, by here produce we do not mean your primary sector like agricultural activities, but produce in the form of services, that is somewhere around your secondary and tertiary activities, right? So they will be coming from different places. Yes, so if they come from different places, they have different amount of faith, they have different principles, right? One other thing is they have different religion. For example, one particular city could have a different religion from what the religion is practiced by the king of that particular dynasty. That the same is true with respect to Satavahana dynasty also. Alright, your Satavahanas, as you've seen in the political and administration video, we've laid stress to the portion that they were staunch Brahmins, right? But at the same point of time, they were also religiously tolerant towards other people. Why? Because again, large section of your people, who are also active productive members, contributing to the economy of the state as well, which means you obviously have to be religiously tolerant. Yes. Now say with respect to your kings such as Gautami Putra Satakarni, right? He was somewhere held your Nashik inscription to be specific, states that he was considered as Eka Brahmana or sole Brahmin. He also took pride in calling himself as the destroyer of the pride of Kshatriyas. Right? So they were trying to uphold Varna system. By upholding Varna system, they were also trying to uphold the Vedic sacrifices. Right? So somewhere your Hinduism. In Hinduism, which one are they trying to follow? The Varna system. But at the same point of time, that did not mean that they were very much religiously intolerant towards other religion. No. In fact, if you see your Satavahanas, high time of art, architecture, growth of Buddhism saw new light under Satavahanas. For example, your Amravati Stupa, Nagarjunakonda Stupa, right? So they were religiously tolerant towards the other religion, which meant on the society as whole was in a tolerant, spirit and unity. What is it? Tolerant spirit and unity. Again, there are here and there, instances which will guide away from this. But at large, if you take it, it was a tolerant society. Largely practiced by your Satavahana kings, Hinduism, but they also patronized Buddhism and Jainism. One other factor for them to be tolerant is one thing, as we have discussed this time and again. They were post-Mauryan. They were post-Mauryan. Now, they also gave huge land grants not only to your Hinduism or Brahmanism but also to your Buddhism as well as Jainism. They adhere to the Varna system. Okay, and they performed Vedic sacrifices such as your Ashwamedha, Rajasuya. Alright, now look at this. This is what we have discussed about your Nashik inscription calling Gautami Putra Satkarni as Eka Brahmana or Kshatriya Darpa Mardana. What does this mean? Which means destroyer of Kshatriya pride. Gautami Putra Satkarni, he is claimed to have held the title. He was the destroyer of Kshatriya pride. Alright. Now, for example, Hala. Right. Also, another Satavahana king, he composed Saptasati, which is nothing but in adoration of Lord Shiva. Okay. Temples have been constructed for Gauri. Okay. At the same point in time, they try to revive your Brahmanism in the midst of growing Jainism, Buddhism and other religions. But at the same point of time, look at this thing. They tried to revive Brahmanism is true, but not at the cost of persecution of members from other religion. This is one very, very important feature with respect to your Satavahanas. Yes, they tried to revive Vedic rituals or Brahmanism, but not at the cost of persecution, but not at the cost of destroying other people or other religion. Understanding? That is why we say tolerant society is what we see with respect to Satavahanas. Okay, the language, okay, the official language was Prakrit. Largely, this was also a feature taken from your post-Mauryan period. Right? Why we say post-Mauryan? Because the Mauryans were following this. This is one similarity we can see from your Mauryans to your Satavahanas. Okay, the script was Brahmi script, but at the same point of time, now if you ask, was Sanskrit not at all used? No, Sanskrit was used even in official inscriptions, but it was less compared to your Prakrit language. Language is Prakrit, script is Brahmi. Alright, next. Now we said society and economy are interlinked. Yes. Now, how was the economy increasing? One was through intensification of agriculture. How were they intensifying the agriculture? Two ways. One, they brought new lands. For example, forests would be cut down and cleared to bring in, okay, for your agricultural land. First thing, and second thing, usage of iron is also prevalent among your Satavahana period. Okay, these two added along with this. Okay, the other factors were such as using good amount of irrigation, right? All these coupled to intensification of agriculture, okay, production of other commodities, that is your secondary and tertiary sector items, that is the concept of cities, remember, that was also increased in the number. Okay, so quantity was increased here. Okay, at the same point of time, when we said intensification of agriculture, a new land was bought in. The new land which was bought in, okay, new land means forest lands. Okay, now deserted lands, they will try to revive those lands. They were brought in for two purposes. One is for agriculture, as we have discussed. Another one is for large scale settlements. Okay, with this large scale settlements also grew during the Satavahana period. Okay, now another thing how economy increased was through trade, both internal as well as external. Okay, Satavahanas also had a good amount of trade with your Romans, Iranians, Southeast Asians. Okay, now look at this large amount of forest clearance. Why? Because they needed new land for what? Agricultural purpose and for settlements. Alright, moving on. How is the trade of your Satavahanas? Okay, see the main thing is we've seen trade, okay, internal as well as external. Also in one of the videos of your Satavahanas, okay, administration and political part of the video we have discussed. Okay, the major source of gold or silver coming into the country was through your trade with the West. Okay, so now this trade was very important. How was the trade important? What was the route to take on to the trade was your sea coast or coast or your port areas. Okay, port areas were very important, which means control of that area also became very important. So if a particular trade area was focused, it was not just politically important but also economically important. If it is economically important, it will come under political. If it is politically important, then it will be brought under your trade, that is economy also. Right? Now, look at this, the Periplus of Erythraean Sea. It states about two important Satavahana trade centers. Okay? Main, the trade, okay, especially with your Roman, was one of the major source of your gold and silver. At the same point from Vader have trade with your Iranians, with your Southeast Asian countries. Trading ports. What were the items of trade, that is import and export? Import wine, cloth, glass, sweet clover, and all those. Exports basically what did we have in good amount? Cotton, cloth, muslin. All right. Now, when it comes to trade, these are with respect to your external trade. Okay, now this is largely, okay, attributed to your internal trade, organizing or creating bodies specific to trade, called as guilds. Guilds in turn had shrenis. One specific thing with respect to your Satavahanas is they took metronymics, that is, okay, Gautami Putra Satakarani, Vashishti Putra Pulamayi. Okay, the name deriving out of the mother or matrilinear side. Okay, so this shows what. See, now we cannot tell that just because they have the names like that, it was a matriarchal society. Okay, it was still a patriarchal society, but the considerable position of women was higher. Alright, also, now if you look at the sculptures during the Satavahana period, we see the women worshipping Buddhist emblems, taking part in assemblies, also taking part in Vedic rituals and sacrifices alongside their husband. And they also gave huge amount of grants of land. They practiced good amount of music, painting, dancing, right? All these are collective of how the women were during a Satavahana period. So, comparatively, they had a fairly good position during a Satavahana period of time. Society and economy of Satavahanas. If you do like our content, subscribe to our channel, hit the like button and share it along with your friends. Thank you.